America who sell the sweet, smooth, and sassy 57 Chevrolet. Bring you direct from Alaska, the Bob Hope Chevy Show. With these stars as guests: Peggy King, Mickey Mantle, Hedda Hopper, Jerry Colonna, Carol Morris, Miss Universe, the Del Rubio Triplets, the Purdue University Glee Club, Les Brown and his band of renown, and Bob's special guest, Ginger Rogers. And now, here is the star of our show, Bob Hope.
Very much. I want to tell you how thrilled I am to be back in good old Alaska, and I bring you all greetings from the States. I'd bring you greetings from Ike, but that's what got you here in the first place. Now, last year at this time, we visited Iceland, and the year before, we went to Greenland with Secretary of Air Talbot at that time, and now we're back here at Alaska. I play a cold spot every Christmas, but that's an old story with me. You've all read my book, Have Mucklucks Will Travel. No, I always seem to be out of the country at Christmas time. Not that I have anything against Christmas personally, except it did so much for Crosby. They have all kinds of servicemen up here. In Alaska, they have the Army, Navy, and Air Force. It's the new unified command, and it's working out beautifully. This is the biggest crap game you ever saw. I don't know what stakes they play for, but I was looking around Anchorage this morning, and it's the first time I ever saw a B-47 jet transport in a hock shop window. I tell you one nice thing about these men up here, they all volunteered for Honolulu. And I want to tell you seriously, I have good news for all you parents that are watching. I talked to the Army psychiatrist, and your sons are doing fine up there. No, I couldn't go into detail with him because he was late for his date with a totem pole. Don't laugh, he had to call 3 weeks in advance. She's not the prettiest in town, just the best dancer. But I love working here in Alaska. It's nice to visit the colonies once in a while. And what a reception I got at the airport when I stepped off the plane. There was a huge sign that said, "Welcome, Bob," with the crowds waving and cheering. I want to tell you, those Chevrolet dealers sure are loyal. We had a nice plane ride, too, from Los Angeles. It was a very fast flight. The wind was with us, and we made it in about 4.5 containers. And I want to tell you, I don't care what you've heard about the weather up here, it's true. When the plane landed last night, Betty Furness opened the door for us. Right now, it's about 10 degrees below. I don't know what it is outside. Up here, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer isn't a song. It's a weather report. You think I'm kidding, don't you? When anyone steps outside, their face freezes. Looks like this whole territory was populated by Ed Sullivan. Boy, it's wonderful. If you have an accident, you have to wait until spring to find out if you're going to bleed. Seriously, I didn't believe how cold it was up here until a seal came over and begged me to make a coat out of him. This is the only place I ever saw where you can go for a walk and watch your breath coming out with one step and bump your head on it with the next. Now, I've been staying at General Armstrong's house, and he's been very hospitable. Even loaned me a pair of pajamas to sleep in. I nearly froze on the metals. In the middle of the night, I got a little hungry, and I sneaked down to the kitchen for a snack, and I opened the refrigerator, and there was an MP standing inside. He's a little too GI for me. At inspection this morning, I had a pocket unbuttoned and lost my washroom privileges. Well, I get a kick out of this scenery up here, and the time I really love up here is sunrise. Also sunset. It's the same time. You get up at 10 in the morning and say, nice day, wasn't it? But there's all kinds of sports up here. I played golf this afternoon at Fort Richardson. I had to fight the caddy for every club. He thought I was trying to take his antlers. I mean it, though. The hunting here is really great. Where else can you shoot a walrus without getting out of your bunk? It's rugged country. One soldier I know rolled out of his lean-to one morning and shaved 3 times before he realized he was staring into a bear. Up here. Some of you boys have been up here for a long time, and I know you hear a lot of the news, but I just want to report on a few things that have been happening in the States. Grace Kelly married a prince, and of course Margaret Truman married a newspaperman. But life is funny. It's the prince that's getting out the first edition. But I think we got a good show for you tonight. I hope so anyway. We have Ginger Rogers, who looks like a dream, dances like a dream, and sings like a dream. And she's married, so quit dreaming. We also have that great and talented actor, Mickey Mantle. For the last 3 years, he's been playing the lead in Damn Yankees. And of course, Peggy King is with us tonight. This will mark her debut on television, with one of the younger comedians, that is. Old friend Jerry Colon is here. That is, if he's still around. The polar bears in the area have been setting traps for him already. Then we have Carol Morse, Miss Universe. She's wearing a gown especially designed for this show. It's made out of barbed wire. And of course, we have Hedda Hopper on the show tonight. You know, her column appears in over 1,200 newspapers. And I hope you enjoy her performance. 1,200 newspapers. I know I will. And of course, we have Les Brown and his sourdoughs. Les has a wonderful new album out, Music for Lonesome Wetbacks. I do think... Right now, I'd like you to meet the most beautiful girl in this or any other world, the winner of the Miss Universe contest from Ottumwa, Iowa, Miss Carol Morse, right here. Come here, honey. For the benefit of you 2-year men, this is a girl. 57 model, sweet, smooth, and sassy. Carol, congratulations on being chosen Miss Universe. How did it all happen?
Well, I'm really not sure, Bob. I guess I was just lucky.
I don't know. I've never seen a lucky in such a nice package. Carol, I was delighted that you were able to make the trip with us. Is this your first peek at Alaska?
Yes, it is, Bob.
Well, how do you like it?
Well, I love it, but there's just one thing I can't understand.
What's that?
Well, back in the States, there are millions of girls like me that are trying to get a date, and all these fellows are up here hiding.
You didn't hear the punchline. Why don't you wait? And all these fellas are up here hiding. That's where you're supposed to be. They're not hiding, Carol. They're doing a favor for some fellas at the Pentagon.
The Pentagon?
Yeah, it's a little motel for generals. Keeps them out of the pool room. Say, you should be proud of these fellas up here, Carol. They're performing a very strategic mission. They provide top cover for America. And you could use a little, too. Carol, I know that the boys join me in wishing you a lot of luck on your career in pictures.
Thank you, Bob.
And always remember one thing. Don't settle for second best. Aim high.
I will, Bob. Goodbye.
Not that high! That just gives you a rough idea of what's coming. You know, the Alcan Highway to Alaska has a reputation as a pretty cold stretch of road. But not too long ago, 6 Chevy trucks really warmed it up.
Task Force 57 Chevrolet trucks are here. Task Force 57 Chevrolet. Hands of the Alcan run.
There's a road that lies under northern skies toward the land of the midnight sun. It crosses the crest of the great Northwest, and it's known as the Alcan Run. And from Dawson's Creek with a task force fleet of the 57 line, we blazed the way for Chevrolet to conquer the Alcan grind. Our engines were sealed, our tanks were sealed, for once we were underway, every mile of that ride would be certified by the seal of the AAA. Cameo Carrier 57, 1-ton panel 57, dump body tandem axle, van panel body low cab forward, 5-speed transmission tractor trailer Powermatic, the trucks of the task force fleet.
A great new champion every weight, the mighty 6, the great new 8, no other truck so up to date as Chevrolet, the champion of them all.
Fighting dust, fighting time on that long northern climb. Alone against all nature's might, these trucks made by Chevy, light, medium, heavy, roared into the wilderness night. The lightning flashed, the hailstorm crashed, the rain turned the road to paste. We drove our band through that washed-out land up into the Yukon waste.
The night is gone and here's the dawn, the motors humming clear and strong. The great new champs are pushing on for Chevrolet, the champion of them all.
So we made our push through the Arctic bush on that ribbon of mountainous road, and we held our stride on that rugged ride in spite of the heavy load. Our matic transmission locked in position, no shifting from drive to low, proving by test that Chevy is best wherever a truck can go.
We've got the power beneath the hood to set the pace no other could. We're out to take the great Northwood for Chevrolet, the champion of them all.
There were rivers to span with our caravan, and the valleys were wide and deep. Though the way was hard, with hydraulic retard, we held where the grades were steep. Statistics say at the AAA it's a 72-hour drive, but we roared down into Fairbanks town in less than 45.
Champs of the Alcan Run.
If you haul loads over all kinds of roads, Chevy trucks are #1. They're engineered best and proven by test, the champs of the Alcan Run.
Task Force 57 Chevrolet trucks are here. Task Force 57 Chevrolet, champs of the Alcan Run.
Good evening. My name is Heather Hopper. This is my first visit to Alaska, and I must say I think it will make a wonderful 49th state. The chief industries are fishing, fur trapping, and gold mining. But of course, the chief source of income is the tourist. You know, I've always wanted to come to Alaska ever since my father went to find his fortune in the But he never came.
Pardon me, are you an Eskimo?
Why, no, I'm
Tell me about your igloo. How do you get the wallpaper to stick?
I'm not an Eskimo. I'm a tourist here like yourself.
Oh, really?
Interesting country, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's nature's wonderland. You know, yesterday on my walk, I studied the habits of the moose and the caribou. Not many people understand them.
Moose and caribou? Wouldn't you rather spend your time going out with girls?
No, not many people understand me either. You see, I'm a nature lover. Would you like to see my rock collection?
Don't open up your head just for me.
Say, I'm famished. Do you know the name of a nice tea room around here?
Well, you might try the Last Chance Saloon.
Last Chance Saloon? Well, how about that? Last Chance Saloon. Hey, Duncan Hines recommends it. He recommends you go there with a doctor. How about that? Thank you very much. I think I'll try that. When I get back to the States, I'm going to look you up. What did you say your name was?
Luella Parsons.
Isn't that wonderful? Fine, I'll see you later. I can't wait to get to the Last Chance Saloon to see. Taxi! Taxi! Down, Blitzen, down. What have you got on the meter, cabby? 2? Got the first fish he ever earned. Very rich, but not very popular. Okay, pick me up 7, will you? Looks like it's going to be a little chilly, so put the top up. Nothing like those old Chevrolets. I want to tell you that. All right, bartender, how about a drink? No, thanks, I'm driving. Don't I know you?
Not that I remember.
I'm sure that we've met.
Not that I remember. What can I do for you?
Give me a shot.
I remembered. Well, no hard feelings.
You missed me. You missed me.
I miss you, eh? Well, no hard feelings. Have a drink on that.
Okay.
Well, if we can't be friendly, let's at least be neat.
Oh, say, tell me. Lucky for me, I'm wearing my self-sealing DVDs. Tell me, what do you do for excitement in this town?
Well, we could rent you a pair of swim fins and you could get to go upstream with the salmon. How much money have you got?
Well, I've been touring for quite a while up here. I haven't got much left. I bought a meal. But, let me see, there's a few things. And, That's just rocks.
Hey, what are those rocks?
Oh, I'm a rock collector. Aren't they pretty? This pretty blue one's pretty. And this yellow one, that's got a lot of luster.
Yellow? It's gold! 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 Gold!
We want to thank the Officers Candidate School for releasing the bear from classes today.
Would you like to come over and sit right over here?
Why?
I'd like to introduce you to a very charming young lady. A very sweet, little, innocent kid.
Yeah?
And her name is Ginger Peachy.
Ginger Peachy?
Yes.
Oh, I'd like to meet her. I haven't met any Ginger Peachy girls lately.
I'll call her.
Oh, that'll be fine.
Ginger! Oh, Ginger!
That's for what you were thinking. I was out with him last night. He feels no pain.
Hi, Alexis. How about a date? I just got paid today. I'll pick you up about 8. If that's too early, let's make it 9.
He's been here so long, his head's frozen. And what can I do for you?
Hey, what's with those ashes? What is that bit?
Don't fuss. When I'm through with you, there'll be nothing left but ashes.
I don't believe we've met. Good evening, sir.
Sir?
Yeah, you didn't fool me for a minute. You're not a moose or a caribou.
Is this a customer, or did Elvis lose his hound dog?
He's got $1,000 in gold nuggets. Let's kill him and keep the gold.
Stupid, you're making noises like a walrus, and you've got a face for it. Where this came from, there's more. First, we'll torture him until we find out where the mine is. Then we'll shoot him, stab him, throw him out in the snow for the wolves.
Magnificent woman. Reminds me of my wife.
Fix him a drink. Hi there, Tiger.
I should never have trapped this during the mating season.
Mind if I sit down?
No, pull up a chair.
How about your lap?
It's sitting down.
Silly. Tell me something about you, your hopes, your dreams, and where you found those cute little yellow rocks.
Oh, there was acres of them. I hit a vein 20 feet wide and 100 miles long. Looked like the Alcan Highway with egg on it.
Please draw me a map so I can find some of those cute little yellow rocks.
No, I couldn't do that. You tell everybody, and the first thing you know, there'd be a rock shortage.
Please draw me a map.
No, I can't draw you any map. No. Get me pen, paper, and a new pair of lips.
Here we are. Try buy my Alaskan paper made, it's guaranteed to write under blubber.
Oh. Where's the paper?
Never mind the paper. Draw it right here.
There?
Yeah, right, just draw it right there, the map.
The map?
Yeah.
But you'd have a tough time folding it.
Quit stalling, Grandma Moses.
Here we are. This is Anchorage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and this is Fort Richardson. See?
That's Fort Richardson? I'd love to run barefoot through the PX.
We start out here. See, this right up here, that's Nome. Then we worked our way across here to Fairbanks, right there, see? Now,
What's this?
that there?
Oh, that's either Mount McKinley or a goose pimple.
Please, no loitering on the trail.
Okay. Then you see, then we started here and we worked our way across the farms of the Matanuska. Please, no earthquakes, please. Across the farms of the Matanuska Valley, right there. I don't know what they planted, but it sure came up nice, didn't it? Then we went across the mountains, and right through there, the mountains were.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Well, I don't know which way to go. Everything looks so good. Then I went 20 miles east, and that's where I struck gold. There.
Congratulations, you just hit another vein.
Now we know where the gold is. Remember, keep your lip buttoned and don't tell anybody where it is.
Oh, are you tight-lipped?
That's very important. You haven't told anyone where the mine is, have you?
Well, baby, I wouldn't. I only told you because you're so beautiful. After all, I didn't have much time to tell anybody. I came right here from the gold mine.
Well, what do you have, girls?
when I was in New York a few weeks ago, I met 3 charming sisters. As a matter of fact, they're triplets. And on my return, when I was discussing this show with Bob Hope, I told him about the girls, and he said, well, why not bring them up here and give the boys a treat? So here they are, the Del Rubio sisters.
Good evening, fellas. With your permission, I would like to do a number that has a very special meaning to me. I know why I've waited, know why I've been blue, waiting for that someone exactly like you. Now we know why Mother didn't stop at 2. She knew there'd be another exactly like you. We're triplets, that is true. And now, without much ado, we want to, like to, got to, love to get acquainted with you. My sister Millie. I arrived at 1. My sister Edie. I arrived at 1:10. And I'm Elena, just arriving. Jump, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, jump, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, jump, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, jump. We're gonna rock around that crazy clock tonight. We're not the blue jeans like at all, so we're gonna have a ball. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock till broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5. Fella here, fella there, the face is alive. Bobby over here, he's right on the beat. Sammy over there, just busting his teeth. Paul in the rear, about 26. He's got his mind on a couple of chicks. Hoolie-ow, hoolie-ow, wah-wee. Hoolie-ow, hoolie-ow, wah-wee. What the heck does that mean? It's for us to have some fun. Oh, that we please everyone. Well, we run around the clock tonight. The band is bright, the lights are bright. Ready now, ready now. Go, 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 go. Run, run, run. Rock the baby round that crazy jumping clock tonight.
armed forces, our first line of defense in war and peace. These are the men who guard our shores, our seas, and the skies overhead. Yes, this is the muscle and the sinew and United States fighting arm. And here is the backbone. This is Master Sergeant Backbone T. Hope. Look at those service stripes. One stripe for every year of service. And that's not all. He has another arm in his footlocker. This man lives by the book. He's GI through and through, dedicated to duty, a slave to discipline. He rules his men with an iron head. In short, there is but one way to describe this man. Let's watch him as he gets his men ready for inspection.
Attention! I said attention!
I'm going to break you and make you a broom. All right, man at ease. Breathe if you like. I want you to know we're going to have inspection in about 5 minutes, and I want you guys to be on your toes, you understand? Who left this cigarette butt in this ashtray? How many times have I told you guys? When you get through smoking them, eat them. Wait.
At ease. Sergeant, dismiss the men. I want to talk to you.
Okay, men. Fall out. You got a 10-minute break. Police the area, pick up the butts, polish the rocks, and change the snow. It's getting dirty. All right, fall out. Go. Bow. Bow out. Bow, bow. Colonel?
Sergeant, you're riding the men too hard. You're not treating them like human beings.
But they're soldiers.
Washington has instituted a whole new policy. Gentleness, kindness, friendliness, understanding, love. That's what makes soldiers.
You're talking about wax, yeah.
One more complaint, Sergeant, I'll have your stripes.
Oh, but you can't expect me to coddle the men of my platoon, Colonel.
Don't think of it as a platoon. Think of it as a brood, and you're the mother hen. This way, young man.
Welcome to the nest. Michael Mantle. If lost, returned to Dan Topping and Del Webb, Yankee Stadium, New York. Return postage guaranteed. P.S. Don't send him through Brooklyn. This guy wasn't inducted. He was mailed into the Army. Michael Mantle, huh?
Yes, sir. Are you the headmaster?
No, I'm the house mother. Fix him up a tent on the target range.
Sarge, remember your stripes. Friendly. Friendly.
Welcome to Camp Black Hole.
A note from my mother.
This is to introduce my son, Michael. He's still a growing boy and needs his rest, so do not wake him up too early in the morning. When you squeeze his orange juice, make sure you strain the pits and the pulp. If he gets tired of his cod liver oil, sneak it into a malted milk.
You can forget about the cod liver oil. I won't tell her.
You good boy, you good boy. He's inclined to be forgetful, so be sure he has a clean handkerchief when you take him out for a walk. What have I got here, a soldier or a cocker spaniel? What is it? When he's getting dressed in the morning, don't help him tie his shoelaces, as he's been doing it by himself for almost a year now.
You, little boy, you.
Let me know if he's not behaving himself, and I will come and take him right home.
Sarge, what are you doing?
Kill it before it spreads.
You can't do that. It took you 30 years to get all those stripes. You can't throw it all away.
Okay. Hey, welcome. Unpack it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, who drafted you? Good housekeeping? Get that garbage out of here. You can't hang curtains in my barracks.
Why not?
Well, it clashes with the wallpaper in the washroom.
I better get the colonel's permission.
No, wait. No, that's all right. No, it does lend a certain air of enchantment.
Then you do like it?
Well, it's rather chic in a nauseating sort of way.
You old grizzly bear, you. Your bark is worse than your bite.
Sarge, what are you going to do?
I'm going to bite him and show him how wrong he is.
I've had a tough day. I think I'll turn in.
Yeah, go ahead. Get undressed.
In front of everybody?
No, that's the easy way. No. Why, aren't you happy this way?
I'm going to see the colonel about a dressing room.
No, that's all right. Corporal.
Yes.
He wants to get undressed. His dressing room. A pretty girl.
Hey, Sarge, what are we going to do when we're out on maneuvers?
Oh, one thing at a time. We'll fix him a portable foxhole.
Well, who's going to break it to him that there are 32 other guys sharing this boudoir?
Oh, they'll have to go. Just have to go, that's all. What are we doing? I've got enough of this. I tell you that. I've got...
Sarge, look, monogram Dr. Denton.
Up here, that's your salary for the year.
Have you got any recruit in here?
Yes, here he is, September morn.
Eddie, he's got to get a shot.
I'll see you later. I got to talk to the colonel.
Wait. Why, what's the matter?
I'm afraid of shots. At home, when I'm scared to take medicine, Mom always takes a spoonful first just to show me it don't hurt.
Gotta have discipline in the showers, too, you know.
I'll leave the matter in your hands, Sergeant.
Look, Come here, boy. Sit down. I'm going to make sure you get your shot. Last thing I do. Okay, give me the shot. Oh! Never mind, I got it. Okay, hit the sack, bud.
But, Sarge, you mean you're not going to tuck me in?
Look, kid. I'm your pal. I've been in the Army a long time. And I know what it's like for a kid like you away from home for the first time. The loneliness, the need for friendship. I wouldn't steer you wrong. I'm going to give you some good advice. Why don't you desert? Go over the hill. I'll never tell anybody.
What about the Colonel?
The Colonel, old Yellow Stain, he hasn't been out of the sack in 2 years. You can... Oh, no. Anyone for the firing squad?
I warned you, these new soldiers were to be treated with kindness and understanding, didn't I, Private Hope?
Private Hope? You mean after 30 years of service, you're taking away my rank?
That's right, and you'll get no better treatment than any other new recruit.
That'll work out pretty good.
What do you think you're doing?
Read us to sleep, Mother. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the great singing aggregations of America, the Purdue Glee Club, with Al Stewart. Fellas, I suppose a lot of you miss home and mom and apple pie. You I can't help. But for you cats who dig talent, here's Miss Peggy King right here. She's used to working with a shorter comedian. What are you going to sing for us?
Well, Bob, I thought I'd do that terribly pretty number from My Fair Lady. I've grown accustomed to your face.
Well, the stage is yours.
Thank you. But I thought that since it's such a nice, intimate number, I wondered if I could go down there and sing it.
Into the audience?
Yeah.
You mean down in that snake pit? She must be bucking for Section 8. Go, Peggy, go.
I've grown accustomed accustomed to your face. It almost makes the day begin. I've grown accustomed to the tune you whistle night and noon. Your smiles, your frowns, your ups, your downs are second nature to me now. Like breathing out, I was serenely independent and content before we met. Surely I could always be that way again. And yet I've grown accustomed to your looks, accustomed to your voice, accustomed to your face. You're second nature to me now. Like breathing out and breathing in. I'm very grateful. You're a man and oh so easy to forget. You're rather like a habit one could always forget. And yet I've grown so used to hear you say good morning every day, accustomed to your
Well, 56 is almost gone. Only 3 more days. We made a lot of friends, sold a lot of Chevrolet. But let's not wait till New Year's Eve. At some time past 11. Let's go explore what lies in store for 1957. May 57 bring you all that's best along the way. Good health, good friends, good times galore in your new Chevrolet. The big buy in the low-price field will win in any test. All point-by-point comparisons show Chevy leads the rest. May you enjoy the special air of springtime, clean and new. Enjoy it every bit as much inside your Chevy, too. The outside air can breeze right through this brand new intake vent, improving air supply as much as 22%. May friends add to your happiness, and may days be filled with fun. And may you often have a chance to choose your favorite one. In Chevrolet, you have a choice no other car can touch. 5 engines, 5 transmissions. Only Chevy has so much. And may you reap the harvest of the highways across the land. And when again the end of one more year is close at hand, and you count all the good things that you gained along the way, perhaps the best of all the rest will be your Chevrolet. And although our show is far from being over, on behalf of your authorized Chevrolet dealer, let me wish you a very happy New Year.
Got a date with a little knick-knack from Knack-Knack. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, it's my fault.
Haven't we met? I'm sorry. You first.
Well, your face looked familiar, that's all.
I thought you looked familiar, too.
Where was it we met?
Now, let me see. Where are you from?
Pump Handle, Kansas.
Of course, that's where it was. Well, how have you been?
Fine, and you?
Oh, fine.
How's your brother?
Brother?
You know, the one with the funny teeth and the big ears who was losing his hair.
That's my sister.
Oh. How have you been?
Pretty good. And you?
Just fair.
Are you still rooming with that fat dame who used to drink Sterno over the rocks and flipped her wig?
That wasn't my roommate.
Wasn't your sister, I hope.
That was my mother. How have you been?
I haven't been too well lately. We don't seem to know much about each other.
I know a little bit about a lot of things, but I don't know enough about you.
Just when I hoped you were mine, you got a different line. Baby, what can I do?
I've read the latest news, I've heard the newest blues, but baby, I'm confused about you.
You got me in a spin, oh what a spin I'm in, 'cause I don't know enough about you.
Are you a jack of all trades?
Master of none.
I bet you got yourself to play.
I know that I'm so sure that you'd be good for me if you would only play my game.
You know, I've been to school, and I'm nobody's fool until the day I bumped into you.
You know a little bit about a lot of things.
But what do I know?
Look at that glow.
I know a lot of things.
I got a lot of things to learn about you. Why don't we have a ball? It's a real privilege to be up here and meet once again my very good friend, the man whose life and inspiration for the book and the picture 12 O'Clock High, the Commander-in-Chief of the Alaskan Command, General Frank A. Armstrong, right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we of the Alaskan Command are very happy that this wonderful show has come to Alaska. On behalf of all the officers and men of the armed forces in Alaska, I would like to extend a warm holiday greeting to all of you and take this opportunity to express our deep appreciation to Bob Hope and all the people who made this show possible. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, General Armstrong. Ladies and gentlemen, the H-bomb and the long-range bomber have made global war possible. These men of the Alaskan Command stand between you and possible attack. Our hats are off to them. And by the way, I want to wish a Happy New Year to all of you from all of your Chevrolet dealers and from everybody here on the show. And remember, for many years of happy driving, get yourself one of those new 57 Chevys. They're sweet, smooth, and sassy. Don't forget the new Chevrolet. See it and drive it soon. It's terrific. Les? Don't forget Dinah Shore with Perry Como on the Chevy Show on January the 13th. I'll be back on January the 25th with a great show from Hollywood. My guests will be Eddie Fisher, Betty Grable, Harry James, and that new team, Martin and Rowan. I want to thank the United Airlines for their wonderful cooperation in gathering a lot of these people for this show tonight. Hope all you folks caught that Joe Palooka comic strip on the Veterans Hospital. It was wonderful. Happy New Year, everybody, from the top of the world and from the bottom of our hearts.
Music for our Alaskan show is made possible through the cooperation of the American Federation of Musicians. James C. Petrillo, President. The Bob Hope Chevy Show has been brought to you by your authorized Chevrolet dealer, who invites you to see and drive the sweet, smooth, and sassy 1957 Chevrolet. On January 13th, the Chevy Show will star Dinah Shore with her guest Perry Como and other great stars. Your Chevrolet dealer also brings you the Dinah Shore Show every Thursday over this network. And Crossroads, exciting stories based on the actual experiences of American clergymen every week on another network. And now this is Joel Aldrich speaking for your authorized Chevrolet dealer and reminding you to drive with care everywhere.